Wake up, commute, work, worry about the future, sleep, and repeat. We often define ourselves by a job title, a physical body, or the anxieties bouncing around inside our heads. Every intentional action we take leaves an imprint, driving us to seek new rewards or avoid new pains. This is the logic of karma, action and its consequences. Over time, it creates a treadmill of striving and dissatisfaction, known as Samsara. But the Indian philosophical tradition of Advaita Vedanta observes that despite all this effort, the dissatisfaction remains. It suggests that the reason the cycle feels inescapable is that we are trying to solve the wrong problem. From this perspective, our daily suffering isn't a physical trap we have to work our way out of. It is the result of a case of mistaken identity. To see where we've gone wrong, we have to look at the concept of Māyā. Māyā is often translated as misapprehension. It doesn't mean the world is a hallucination. It means we are profoundly misunderstanding the reality in front of us. Philosopher Adi Shankaracharya used a classic analogy to explain. Imagine walking into a dimly lit room and seeing the silhouette of a venomous, coiled snake. Your physical reaction is real. Your heart pounds, your palms sweat, and you feel a genuine urge to run for your life. Then you turn on the lights. The fear vanishes because the snake was never there. All that remains on the floor is a harmless piece of rope. Our daily experience of separation and anxiety is that snake. We cannot escape those feelings by running away in the dark. We can only resolve them by turning on the lights. But if we are already trapped within this misunderstanding, how do we actually turn the lights on? You cannot simply think your way out of an illusion. The mind must be calmed and cleared first through the practice of Dharma, living with ethical conduct and a sense of duty. Acting with compassion and honesty doesn't cause enlightenment directly, but it removes the loud mental noise. This creates the clarity needed for a serious investigation into the self. In this framework, moral living is a practical necessity. It is the foundation that allows us to see through the anxieties of the ego. With a clear mind, we can ask the central question, who am I? We typically point to our bodies, to our shifting emotions, or to our memories. But all of these things are in a state of constant change. If your body and thoughts change, but you are still there to witness that change, then you cannot be those things. As we peel away these layers, the body, the emotions, and the ego, we find a quiet, unchanging witnessing consciousness. This is the Atman. Your true identity is not something you can observe. It is the silent observer itself, untouched by the chaos of your experiences. If everyone has an inner observer, doesn't that still mean we are billions of separate, isolated individuals? Advaita Vedanta answers this by pointing to Brahman, the infinite, unchanging reality that underlies all existence. Shankaracharya's teaching is that the Atman, that watcher inside you, is Brahman. Your inner consciousness is the same reality as the infinite universe. Consider the relationship between the ocean and its waves. The waves appear as separate, fragile entities crashing against each other, but they are expressions of identical water. When the wave subsides, only the ocean remains. You are not a fragile, separate wave fighting for survival. You are the ocean. This realization of unity is moksha, or liberation. Achieving moksha does not mean vanishing from the world or traveling to a physical heaven. The world of ordinary experience continues. You still go to work and talk to your friends, but your perspective has changed. The constant striving and fear dissolve because you no longer see yourself through the lens of a separate, isolated ego. Reality hasn't changed, but the lights are finally turned on. You see the rope for exactly what it is, and the greatest case of mistaken identity is solved.